Thank you so much for that enlightening discussion, ladies. Let's stay on that trend right now. The tech industry is growing rapidly, but jobs are becoming more and more scarce. Or are they? Not enough people are being taught possibly to engage in new economies, and even worse, see them as a negative form of enterprise. People hate change, man. We all hate change. But what if we did change our mindset and started to see opportunities in the tech world? Well, we've got to do that. And Grant is here to tell us a bit more about some of the most in-demand and maybe understaffed tech careers that might be your cut short circuits. That sounds negative to getting a job.
Well, I like what you're going there. I like the concept.
Yeah, 100%. But tech, we can't escape it. Tech is, and it's not about tech replacing our jobs, it's about new jobs being created.
Exactly. I think there's a lot of technology. South Africa is generally quite a technophobic society. We don't like technology. Often you'll go into, anybody that is getting involved in computers, like a lot of people are just very scared because they're scared of the unknown.
Yeah.
You see the uproar when Facebook changes.
Yeah, for sure.
People are very technophobic. There are reasons for those things. And the careers that are being created in technology are there, and there's demand for them, and we need to start filling that demand, or at least we can. If you're looking for a job, these are spaces that you can get into. So I'm just going to list and go through some of the most demanding jobs or in-demand jobs that are out there.
And we say jobs of the future, but they're very much jobs of the now, because things are moving so rapidly, and there's almost an opportunity for you to help create your own job in that space. So take me through the top.
Okay, so first up is artificial intelligence. That is like an incredibly important part. Artificial intelligence really just means machine learning. So the computers are being taught to teach themselves, and that's usually with a whole bunch of data inputs. So a lot of input of data gets put into the process, and because of that, the machine can then determine like weather patterns over the last 1,000 years. If we've got all that data, we can start predicting the next day's weather, right?
Yeah, for sure.
With artificial intelligence, that kind of thing, and that market is booming right now because we're working out that we can get computers to do that legwork for us.
So I would assume then the jobs around that, a data scientist or someone who's going to be working with the data itself,
exactly,
or informing the programming, or
exactly. It's a huge space. So I mean, if you go study computer science, or if you go look to do computer science, that's one of the branches that you can go into. And there are a lot of, you might think it's like technology, like weather systems. It's literally like how people use social media. There's AI behind that. How you use your camera on your phone. There's artificial intelligence behind that.
How a virus performs, or...
Yeah, we're doing a lot of math right now, and artificial intelligence about how COVID is spreading. Like, we have to, because we have to be one step ahead of it.
I love that. Something that's been a buzzword over the last 2 years, thankfully growing in momentum and importance, cybersecurity.
Yeah, cybersecurity is massive because we're moving all of our money and Bitcoin and so on
and
onto
data
and information, yeah, which is arguably more valuable than money, to the cloud and onto the digital world. We need to make sure that we can secure it. There's more attention at hacking it and attaining that, and the bank robberies of the present are all happening behind a computer screen. So the people that are there to stop that are going to be cyber secure, and the people that are good at cybersecurity are going to be well employed.
Yeah,
in the future.
And in demand. Yeah, I absolutely love that. How has the software development landscape changed? There is an app for everything now. You've got kids designing their own apps for things.
Software development is extremely important. Obviously, it's about deploying apps, it's about creating apps, it's about conceptualizing applications. And I'm not just talking about apps on your phone, I'm talking about applications across private business applications, things that are on your phone, on your computer, on your personal computer. So you need to make sure that when you are doing software development, there's a huge landscape of work. And that's why it's a nice entry point into this, because, and we'll talk about development in a little bit, but being able to code and create programs means that you can then service so many different industries that are in demand for it.
UI or UX design, help me cross the digital divide, Jeffrey.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know what UI or UX design is. It's user interface or user experience. That's what, what it stands for. And how we use a app or how we use a piece of software is how we interact with it visually, right? And that's your user user interface or user experience design. And the better your user interface, the longer you're going to hold your clients, the more information that you can feed your clients. You don't expect that your clients know technology very well. You shouldn't. You should make it a very intuitive experience, and that kind of skill is very much in demand. It's not a very techie skill, but it's a very intuitive skill that you can go learn. And you build wireframes for developers, and that's very much in demand because a lot of people are coding, but they don't know what to code. And UX and UI developers will show them,
the framework to do that. I love that.
And in any learnings, that's where AI comes in. You'll learn where people push buttons, and you'll
and it all comes together beautifully in this wonderful new frontier. I'm going to throw it right out there as we conclude. Maybe it's programming needs to be added to English. Afrikaans, isiZulu, Xhosa.
I agree. I actually agree because it is a language. And we are interacting with the entire planet with these languages. And they're not languages that are spoken. We're talking to computers and getting computers to do what we ask them to do. And those are all talking phrases, right?
Yeah.
And that's why programming is a language. And the more of this language that you know as a student or as a person going into the future job market, the more employable you will be. And I cannot stress that enough. Spend your time learning how to code. Spend your time learning how to program. It's imperative.
I'm all for that. UI, UX design. I love it. Grant, thank you so much. Stick around. We're going to continue exploring some amazing new job opportunities. It's a focus on essential skills as we celebrate World Youth Skills Day today.